Hi everybody! Today I am going to talk to you about the pocket pen videos that I have in my collection, Kaweco Sport. And I have one Kaweco AL, which I'm really excited to kind of try it out. So these are all different nibs and the price points are very different for AL versus the Classic versus the Sport. Depending on where you buy it from. I got mines from Goulet and Pen Boutique. This was like actually my first Kaweco pen that I got a while back. I almost gave up on it, but then after trying it a lot of times and because this is a fine nib and it requires really flowy ink for it to really do the justice that I wanted to do and write flowy. So I decided that I was only going to explicitly use Monoverde blue inks for this one, and it has been working out fantastically for me. Because it is blue, Neil really loves it, and he loves the compactness of it, so he's been using it. But I still wanted to include it and kind of do writing samples for you guys. So that's the Kaweco Blue. But the first one that I really want to share with you today is the Kaweco AL Sport Golden Espresso. I finally decided to go broad in terms of just how I have been really engaging in the inks and really experiencing all of the chemistry between the ink and the nibs. So these are my first impressions that I wrote immediately after inking it. It's $85 for the pen, converter was $6, and then this little clippy was also $6. So it's total of $97. Again, my first broad nib, it's way too juicy, so I might have to try another ink in here. I did go with the Monteverde Fire Opal because that has been my favorite, and it's fall and it's Diwali, so it just kind of fit the occasion. I had been eyeing this pen for a while, and I just want to give a shout out to my friends who gave it to me for my birthday, and I'm just in love. I'm in love with the pen. I just have to figure out what's gonna happen in terms of the inking situation. But this is definitely very substantial, holds really well. I can basically, this is a pocket size Lotrum that I take everywhere with me. Don't want to open it because I have a lot of personal information in it. And it's so compact that I can just like make sure that I just take the pen with me everywhere I go. I'm probably not going to take this pen with me with this Lotrum. I'm probably going to take one of these pens because of the lightness of it. And I like very light pens, so, but still, it can do the justice really well. So that was the Golden Espresso Fire Opal. Really love it. Really enjoy it, and wouldn't have gone any other way if asked. I just have to figure out what works and what doesn't work because it does flow really a lot. The next up is Kaweco Sport in Dark Olive. I'm not sure if you have been following me from the beginning of the videos, but I am obsessed with Sequoia Green or anything that is remotely olive in clothing and pens and I don't know, like in everything. So I basically used the Olivine ink. I've been eyeing that ink for a while, and I finally just dived in and just got it. But I mean, so one thing that I noticed is this is broad and this is medium. This writes like medium. I mean, it like writes like broad. And for my Lotrum, it really bled through. So I was kind of disappointed with that. But it's flowy, so I genuinely just have to try out different inks with this. And I know, like, I have heard a lot of YouTubers like Chris Sands and few other, like, I think South Paper, they also have mentioned that the nibs just are hit or miss. They're not consistent, but you know, that's what you get with the fountain pens. That's why I really love them, because they're so unique. No matter what the size is, they have their mind of their own. So definitely disappointed that it bleeds through the Lotrum, but it does really well on my Tomoe River paper, and it does really well with my Hippo Noto notebook that also has a Tomoe River paper. So I think I'm pretty set. And then this is the last, but not the least, I got a fine one because I needed something fine for shitty paper that I might use. So it writes more like an extra fine. So I was a little disappointed. So definitely will not be able to write with this pen at all in terms of Tomoe River paper, but I will definitely give it a go in a Lotrum's. So I might take this pen with me since it doesn't have a lot of bleed through, and it's just like really, really non-flowy pen, so it will do really well on the go. And you never know, maybe I'll write so much with it that it will become a little bit more flowy, just like how I broke into the blue one. I do have a sandpaper and all of that stuff, so I might be able to kind of break it down and just smoothen it out and watch some videos, but I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so that was my conclusion in these four not four pens and four nibs, because they're truly three different nibs. This one has broad, this one has medium, and these two are fine nibs. And I'm really happy with my purchase, and I'm really excited that I'm gonna get to experience these babies throughout the entire winter as I go through tons of documentations and journaling for things that are coming up in my life. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's just do some writing samples. I'll do it in Lotrum in my pocket size in the back, so you get to experience a new paper. Because this one, this is my Cafe, and it has Tomoe River paper. We'll start with fine. So this is, see, it does really well in terms of, let me just zoom in a little. It does really well in terms of Lotrum. So this is Midnight Blue. No, Midnight Black. I keep thinking about blue because Neil and I are going to do a video on all the blue inks because we have tons of blue inks. And this is, wow, I'm like, I almost called it a Twisby, but it's not. It's so funny. It's Kaweco Sport, Classic, in white, and this is a fine nib. And today is November 2nd, 21. So it's pretty decent. There is no bleed through for this for sure, I know. Really interested in seeing the other pens. Oops. I'll write with this fine too, just so you get to see. I've had this pen for 2-3 years now, or maybe longer. So I actually don't know what's in this pen. Oh, let's see what's, oh, it is, I think it's Detriment to Sherlock Holmes. Yep. And this is Kaweco. This is also Kaweco Sport. Classic in navy. Not that much difference, because we stopped using, I guess we're trying a new thing out. It's not Monoverde ink anymore, but if I had Monoverde DC blue or something in here, it would go at it. Let's try the medium. Whew, I just want to be careful. I'm careful. This is Monoverde Olivine, and this is Kaweco Special Collection. I don't know what it's called. Let me see. Kaweco. Oh, it is Kaweco Sport Dark Olive. But it's like a special deluxe collection or something. Dark olive. But do you see how, like, this is a pocket-sized notebook, and medium just like is a lot. And it's really, really wet. And it definitely bleeds through, unfortunately. So this pen is a no-go in terms of pocket size notebook, but it does go really well with my Hippo Noto, so I'm really happy with that. I was taking some notes yesterday from a spiritual seminar that I took. This is broad. This is Monoverde Fire Opal, one of my favorite colors. It was in my TWSBI 580. And this is Kaweco AL Sport in golden espresso. And this is broad nib. And it almost looks like the medium. And actually, this ink does not bleed through. So if I want to write really, really big, I can totally take this. But because this is a pocket size, I prefer like a fine nib versus medium and broad. But this broad nib does do really well in my Hippo Noto notebook. I wish I can show you what I wrote, but it's too personal. And I don't want to... Actually, was it personal? I don't know. I watched these videos by BK Shivani. She's like a spiritual person. And, oh yeah, I can show you. It's just like reflections and notes from the thing. So this is basically the golden espresso. And this is dark olive, and this is the fine nib. So as you can see, I have no bleed through for that, and it's been really great. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video on me walking you through all of my inks and my Kaweco Sport collection. Just like really excited to kind of get back into the routine of this game, of just enjoying my hobby and sharing it with you. So I hope you have a great time and great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.